UN confirms a safe passage operation is underway in Mariupol. Melanie Townsend joins us now to explain. Melanie.
Richard, this safe passage allows dozens of women and children to escape the heavily besieged city where Russian attacks have not stopped since the war began in February. Retired Marine Corps intelligence officer Hal Kempfer joining us live to talk about the latest developments in Ukraine. Hal, as always, it's great to see you.
Great to see you, Melanie.
So let's talk about this operation underway to get the civilians out of the steel plant in Mariupol. So it looks like the Russians are granting this kind of quick reprieve or ceasefire in order for this evacuation to happen. But after this evacuation is over, what is to come of this demolished city?
Well, Melanie, what's happened right now is about 100 or so civilians have been evacuated. There's hundreds that are actually trapped, according to the Ukrainians, at the steel plant. So there's a lot more evacuation to go, but it is a real progress that there is some evacuation. Now, the Russians will probably stay consistent. What they've been doing is they just pound the place with artillery and rockets. They've really devastated the city, but they've really been hitting that steel plant, basically destroying every structure above ground, even though they have this vast underground complex. So what will eventually happen is you're going to have Ukrainian forces trapped. There'll be a pocket of resistance, but I just don't see any way that they can overcome the Russian pressure to basically take over the city.
And take it back, okay. And the Russian military says its forces have struck dozens of Ukrainian military targets in the east. They even say they've targeted weapons and munitions supplied to Ukraine by the U.S. and European countries. I remember last week Putin issued this kind of thinly veiled threat against Western nations from helping Ukraine. So should we be taking Putin's threats seriously at this point, or just continue sending any and all weapons to Ukraine?
Well, we're going to continue sending any and all weapons there. We're not going to get too worried about it. They're not very good at hitting moving targets. And whereas, yes, they've hit some stuff. They hit an airfield. I don't think it was anything crucial, nothing that can't be overcome. And certainly Russia's putting a lot of propaganda on it. But I'd like to see more verification as to what extent the damage really was.
In Russian forces, they're putting up an intense pressure on the front lines in the eastern part of the country in this new offensive here. So I think many people are curious to know what the current state of the fighting is on both sides of the battlefield in the west, in the Donbas region.
Well, in the Donbas region, the Ukrainians have actually, in the eastern Ukraine, I should say, they've actually made some gains, and they've been holding their lines. They have very, very extensive, well-developed lines of defense. They're well dug in. And they've been able to hold the Russians off for right now. But it's so important to get that artillery and other systems in there so you can really start pushing the Russians back. The Russians have been moving very slowly, but using a lot of artillery, a lot of rockets to support their attacks. So it's not a stalemate, but it's not moving very fast.
Right. Okay. So the main goal right now is getting any and all weapons to Ukraine still. This needs to happen.
Absolutely. That's the big push.
That's the objective. Okay, Hal Kempfer, as always, it's great talking to you. We appreciate your time. Come back and see us next Monday.
Okay. Thank you, Melanie.
Okay, take care, sir.